Hi, I'm Dean Johnson of Johnson Matthews Limited. Welcome to Excel Tips 2. Today's lesson is part 1 of a series on the VLOOKUP formula. Before I show you how to use the VLOOKUP formula, it might be useful to talk about why you would use it. And the best way to do that is with an example. So here I have this table of unit sales data, and it's arranged by item code here in column B, and this area here is the unit sales for each of those codes by month. Now here I want to enter the various product codes. And over here I want to extract the unit sales for those product codes for the month of February. So for VLOOKUP to work, the first column of the table of the data we're looking at has to provide the key. Here's my table of data, and this first column here, that's column B, the product codes, that is going to provide the key. So I'm going to get underway with the VLOOKUP formula in this Excel here, and I'll just start typing V equals VLOOKUP, open bracket. And the first argument of the formula is the item or code, in this case, that I'm looking for. So that's 105 in B4. So I enter that, or click on that, and type a comma, and then I need to enter the table that I'm looking at, including the first column that contains the key. So that's this table of data here. Enter another comma, and then I need to say, having found what I'm looking for, 105 in this case, in the first column, which column do I want to return the value from? Now I'm looking for February sales, so in that case, here's column 1 that contains the key, column 2 contains January sales, column 3, the third column, contains the value I'm looking for. So I can put a 3 in there to say return the value from the third column. Close bracket, press enter. Now you can see that it found 105 here in this first column, and that's the first, so that's number 1, 2, 3, the third column. It returned the value from there, and you can see that that's value in this cell here, 1054 units. So now if I copy and paste that formula down to these two cells here, two things will go wrong. Firstly, you can see that the formatting went horribly wrong, so we'll just undo that. Try that again. This time I'll copy and paste it to these cells, and I'll use this paste formula only. But even then you can see there's a problem. So here value 109 returned 5032 units, and you can see here value 109, third column 5032, so that's correct. But obviously here, product code 100 #NA, we have a problem. Now it's easy enough to see what went wrong. If I start with my first cell here and press function key F2 to edit that formula, you can see that the green B10 to H20, that's this table here that I'm looking at, that's all fine. But when I come down and I edit this formula, what happened when I copied the formula down a row, it referred to, instead of B10 to H20, it's B11 to H21, which by the way still worked because the value 109 is still within that range. But when I did the same thing here, and we have this box here, value 100 is outside that range. So the solution to that is, first of all, to delete these two values, come in here, edit this formula, and the key is to lock in the B10 to H20 so that when I copy that down rows, it doesn't change. And that's the use of absolute referencing as opposed to relative addressing, which I demonstrated in Excel tips number 1. And the easiest way to do that is to move the cursor somewhere within the range of B10, press F4 once, and it puts the dollar signs in front of both the B and the 10, and similarly here, press F4 once, and when I copy that formula down to these cells here using the paste special formula, we now have correct values. You can see here code 100 returns value 9393 from February. So that's VLOOKUP part 1, and in the next lesson we'll develop this concept a little further and get a little more sophisticated with the use of our VLOOKUP formula.